Good evening everyone. For today's video, I'm going to discuss about the fertilization. So, a fertilizer is are chemical substances supplied to the crops to increase their productivity. These are used by the farmers daily to increase the crop's yield. The fertilizer contain the essential nutrients required by the plants, including nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. So a fertilizer is used for farmers for them to grow their crops more healthy and having more nutrients in their soil. So uses of fertilizer. Fertilizers are used for various purposes. The uses of fertilizers are mentioned below. They are used to provide additional nutrients to plants. As I said earlier, it gives more nutrients to the plant so that it will grow stronger. They are added to improve the yield of the crops. Nitrogen-rich fertilizers are used for the greening of lawns. Organic fertilizers improve the texture and fertility of the soil. So it improves the texture, the soil. It improves the texture and fertility of the soil. Gardeners are fertilizers to address contain needs of the plant such as nutritional needs. Fertilizers are added to potted plants to replace the lost nutrients. So in this word, the lost nutrients, so they put some fertilizers so that the nutrients will will penetrate into the soil, and it will make the plants grow stronger. The types of fertilization. The different types of fertilizers. A good gardener knows the importance of a good fertilizer. Recognizing which fertilizer best fits the needs of your specific plants will help you to maximize your garden's growth. Become a fertilizing expert as you learn about the different options and nutrients that can impact your plants. So every gardener has to know the different parts of a fertilizer, like for which what suits the plants most. I think to specific the needs of your specific plants will help you maximize your gardens. Yes. Organic and inorganic fertilizers. Organic fertilizers are made from natural and organic materials, mainly manure, compost, or other animal and plant products. These fertilizers are a great source of nutrients, though there isn't a measurable amount of any specific nutrients. Some bags will print estimates. Organic fertilizers tend to work slowly and over the long term. It can help you build up your soil over time. One of the best benefits of organic fertilizers is that it can be made at home. Using your own compost can help you grow your garden. So what I've observed about organic fertilizers is that I think I've seen it's very common to a gardener that they use manure for their plants to make the soil more like fat, having more nutrients so that the plants will grow tall and strong, having more energy. It consume your energy. So this is an example of an organic fertilizer. Yes, made by organic things. So inorganic fertilizers are made up of chemical components that contain necessary nutrients. If you're looking to give your garden a quick boost, this is likely the best option for you. For successful short-term growth, determine what nutrients your plant needs and use an inorganic fertilizer with nutrients. So an inorganic fertilizer is made up of chemicals chemical components that contains with high nutrients. So if you want to have a successful crop or gardening, use a chemical components that will help you grow your gardens beautiful. So this is an example of inorganic. It has a soil, but it has a white stones like, yes. So nitrogen fertilizers. Nitrogen is a plant nutrient responsible for growth. This ingredient is useful for fertilizers, particularly during the middle stages of a plant's lifespan, when it needs encouragement to continue to grow large and stem new leaves. Both inorganic or inorganic fertilizers have sources of nitrogen in them. So what I've understood is that nitrogen fertilizers are responsible for the plant's growth. In order for the plant to grow taller, they use these nitrogen fertilizers in a plant that has grown like in a middle stages, so that it encourages the plant to grow taller. And this is an example of nitrogen. It's like a white stones like. So phosphate fertilizers. Phosphorus is a nutrient that plants need continuously. Throughout their life cycle, phosphorus helps to strengthen the root system and stems of a plant. Flowering, seeding, and fruiting can all be improved with phosphorus. Plants with a phosphorus deficiency will experience stunted growth. Phosphorus is lasting and slow acting. Using fertilizer in your soil before planting is generally a good idea. So what I've understood is that phosphorus is a fertilizer that strengthens the plant to grow more fruits, to bear more flowers, and to grow more beautiful.